This is Douglas Edwards, CBS News, New York.
Get all the news on this CBS radio network station.
WQAT. Good Monday evening. Hey, we got the whole week going for us here at Jefferson 80431. Hello, this is Alfred. It's a Monday, December 12th. And that means it's 12 more days before the big fat cat and little reindeer, right? There you go. I'm getting some of those funny Christmas cards already. Some of them are almost obscene, you know that. This is about the only holiday of the year that I don't like some of those way far out type cards. Let's keep the peace. But anyway, it's, well, sometimes they're funny. It's Monday, December 12th. It's the 364th day of 1966. I add quickly. And there are 19 days left in 1966. And then all of a sudden it becomes 1967, and I'll be running for the governorship. Everybody else seems to. There you go. I mean, they've had experienced men. Now let's go for an inexperienced guy like me. And let's see, another little shock. Might jar you. Sinatra is 51 years old today. You know the Strangers of the Night Kid? There you go. And Edward G. Robinson is 73. Eddie G., yeah? He'll never hold up another bank. And we were perusing. I use the words the rest of the guys on this. You see, I get to hear all the programs first, so if they use a big word in the afternoon or in the morning or late afternoon, I remember these things, you know. Did I use it wrong again? Okay. I know a few, you know, like in promulgating your esoteric cogitations, beware of platitudinous ponderosity, and all those things. But how often do you get to use them at the diner? Anyway, we were checking the papers and going through the stores, and I don't believe some of the things that they got for men now. Don't believe them. Not because I'm afraid to wear them. Because, you know, as the man once said, why knock it? You don't have to wear it. However, for the sake of hearing about what you may buy or get from you-know-who, we thought we'd, you know, check some of the latest Christmas ideas. And this is the kind of year where I always feel a little bit bugged mentally because I know I should be very, very happy, and I'm not very, very happy. It's like any other day. I mean, you come to work, you do your little gig, you go home, right? All right? But I saw some of the things like these new Tom Jones mod shirts. I don't think they were made for Alfred. I have to lose a few pounds, but if I did that, I don't think so. I don't think I'd look too good in one of those Paisleys or those polka dot jobs. Times are changing, gang. I'm beginning to worry about us, you know, because if you check your little calendar and look around you, and then you check the earlier days of Rome, we're kind of, you know, sliding into that delicious nothing, right? We've got to get a gentle hold on ourselves. Because things are getting a little bit too wild. I don't really believe that, but I thought I'd get somebody out there crazy because I'm for anything, which doesn't leave you too much room for argument. But I'd like to discuss a few things with people. Right? I guess people are really realizing, no, I have an audience tonight, folks, that you only scoot this way but once, so like, why not move around a little bit and like do a few things? Instead of asking questions in your head, people are asking questions out loud, and they're kind of demanding answers. And I think it's a profound gas, as I heard somebody say on the Bill Smith show. There you go. And lately, the most influential people in the arts, the theater, cab drivers, music, letters, short order cooks, aren't ashamed, you notice lately, to admit that they came from, shall we say, meager surroundings. They were once very poor, which is the thought. You read that, if you can, the latest Esquire. There's a fine article on Michael Caine, the British actor, which is worth reading. Mike has a few things to say, a couple of words we can't use here, but, you know, there you go. Don't misunderstand me. I know a lot of people with money, with loot, that they're nice, they're pleasant, you know, but they just learned a long time ago that it's better to have money. That's all, and they don't know what it is to be poor. They're all right, it's beautiful. I'd love to have a lot of money myself. I'd even give you some, if you were honest about your ideals. You've got to be honest. I think that's the answer, right? We've mentioned about 8 things so far. Suddenly it's okay to be honest and free. It wasn't always that way. To speak about what, you know, whether you like it or not, because everything seems to be changing. And I think it's great. I think it's one of the best things that ever happened to us. I was talking to an old friend of mine. I've known him for a few years. He drives a cab here. And even he notices that about people. It's not that they're in a hurry. It's just that suddenly they realize, and I don't know why suddenly, I think it's a gradual thing, that you have to move out, do things, go where the action is. If it's not there, create some. I think it's wonderful. Ask questions, you know. Like I go to my doctor when he goofs with Alfred's body, like Alfred wants to know everything that he's doing. Why are you giving me those pills? Why'd you do that? How come this? Let's look at the X-ray again. Things like that. And he likes it, but he says that there are some doctors that don't. They get very bugged if a patient should ask him anything because it's like, they go in the mysterious vault and come out with the answers. But I think you know what I mean. At least let's get to the phones and find out if you do. Jefferson 80431. Hello. Oh, I'll turn this on. Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
this Alfred?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Oh, boy, it's so nice to hear your voice.
Oh,
Listen,
thank
Alfred,
you. Yes.
you know what'd be a wonderful thing?
No, what would be a wonderful
How
thing?
many different kinds of shows that they used to have, starting when radio first came into existence.
Egad, that was the
Well, wouldn't that be something to, you go back,
No, it wouldn't.
all the way down and when Kate Smith was singing The Moon is Coming Around the Mountain.
How old are
All
you?
those old shows to reminisce.
You know that I saw Kate Smith on television the other day
Well, I'm talking about
for
radio.
the famous girdle? Yeah, well, radio.
Television is a bad word on the radio.
Oh, I see. Well, we won't mention
You know,
television
I
again.
bet you everybody would get such a big bang out of it.
You think they would, really?
To reminisce. How about starting that?
Okay, we'll try one of these nights, okay?
Huh?
Sure, we'll try one of these nights. People that remember the old radio shows.
Let's, for instance, who's the first party? Who was the first one to start talking to people on the radio?
That's a long time
In
ago.
other words, who was the first people to have an anticipation show?
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. That's going back a lot of years, though.
Oh, gee, that would be.
Oh.
You could keep that going for weeks.
You think
Try
so?
it, will you, Alfred?
Okay, I'll try it.
And
Sure, thank you. Are you going to have yourself a good Christmas, huh?
a happy Hanukkah to you.
Oh, same to you. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. I knew I
you're
forgot
a
something.
doll. Okay,
Thank you.
Alfred.
Bye-bye now. I saw Kate Smith on television. Oh, I got a present tonight before I went on the air. I wanted to show it to you. I don't know what it means, but somebody gave me, I have them here in my pocket, gave me 5 shells for a .22. Not the gun, just the .22, the shells. What do you mean by this? Are you trying to tell me something? In case I get wounded, I get to bite one of these bullets or what? Anyway, he said, here, these are for you. And he's never come on that way before. I'm almost afraid to carry around in my pocket. But thank you very much. Is that my Christmas present? I see. The toy pistol comes later. Gee, Mom, I'm not tell. That means it's swell. Jefferson 80431. Hello.
Hi, Al.
Yeah, how are you?
This is David Rutman. Did you get the letter?
Yes, I mentioned you on the air, David. You mean the Alfred man?
Yeah.
Of course. I thanked you very much the other night. You weren't listening. Yeah, I got it, David.
And,
Did you draw that yourself?
Mhm.
Oh,
that's why I wrote the letter.
great. I thanked you on the air, and I thanked a fellow named Goldstein who writes me about 2 or 3 times a week, maybe more. I thought it was very nice of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
With 1,000 of those, 1,000 Alfred men, David, we could rule the world. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye. He wrote me a nice letter, in pencil, and on the back he drew a guy like Superman with the AM on his chest and with a goatee, a bit cross-eyed, which I'm not, and he called it Alfred Man. Kind of touched me. I didn't show it. I showed it to the manager. He says, oh, that's the kind of show we're running, huh? Okay. He promised he'd listen one of these nights. But thank you, David. That's a nice gesture, really. I like that, because when I was a kid, I used to listen to the radio, but I would never write anybody. I wrote Nelson Eddy once, and he answered. Changed my whole life. Jefferson 80431 on WKAT. Hello.
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 A reminder for the listeners that Miss Santa Claus, I have a schedule. Bill Smith has him on tomorrow between 3 and 4.
He does?
Yes, I'm a KAT listener.
Oh, he has Santa Claus tomorrow between 3 and 4.
Yes, and
Oh.
for the ones that missed him,
Mm-hmm.
he spoke about them the other day.
Yes.
And I thought I'd tell you if you don't mind.
No, I'm glad you told me.
I think everything on your program
Yes.
is wonderful.
Will you say it again? Santa Claus will be here tomorrow between 3 and 4?
I'll check one more minute. Would you-
I'll hold on, of course. Anybody who won't hold on for Santa Claus is a fink. Make sure now. Is she leaving the building?
Yes, it's
Oh.
on between 3 and 4.
Tomorrow between 3 and 4.
For the people that missed it, I'm sure they'll enjoy it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Same to you, dear. Good night. That's right. He was on last week. I guess he'll be on next week, too. Sort of a bye-bye before he runs up to the North Pole and helps the little fellas. I wonder what they really do the rest of the year. They sit there and laugh about the ones that didn't get presents, right? Uh-huh. And this kid was waiting there, and I dropped this package down the chimney and right on the head, right? I like everybody. I don't trust Rudolph. Anybody that's got a nose that glows, kid, has got some kind of a secret and a heck of a problem. And he smiles too much. Ever notice him? Every picture of Rudolph, big smile, big nose lit up, you know. That's Rudy. They call him Rudy. Only his friends. Jefferson 80431 on WKAT. Hello. That's Rudy there, calling me up because he's bugged. I didn't mean anything. I was trying to be nice to the whole thing. Do we have to pause for commercial? Not yet, not yet. I'd like to do a whole program on old-time radio shows, but I don't think it would grab that many people, do you? It's not that universal. I mean, I've come up with some subjects that were a little bit strange and far out, and I can remember some of the shows of the late 30s because I was a little tyke, but just to do it off the top of our head, I don't think we'd get that many. We get a lot of the older folks. I remember Don Winslow of the Navy, the original Green Hornet, who was much tougher than the guy on television. Oh yeah, he was very rough. And he didn't even know what karate was. He just used it. And what else? Jack Armstrong. Never liked Jack Armstrong, the All-American boy, because I guess I envied All-American boys. The kids in my neighborhood were all, you know, All-American Italians, All-American Jewish, All-American Spanish. But there wasn't one All-American on my block. If there was, he kept it well hidden. All-American Armenians, the whole crew. Right. Jefferson 80431, good evening. Hello, Rudy. Hello? No? I see. It's going to be a staring contest. Let's go to number 2. Can we go to number 3? Hello? Can I hear you? Yeah.
And it's going out, huh, I bet you?
You're on the air. Hello?
Can I ask you something? What kind of phonies are them on the Herald's running that action line business?
Why? What's wrong with it?
I called them about 4 weeks ago, and then I called them back, and they said, well, we're very, very busy, but it has never appeared and never nothing done about it. Could be that they don't care to tangle with the city or something?
No, I think that since they started the action line, they've gotten so many letters that it's kind of tough to catch up.
Uh-huh.
I mean, let's wait another week and then give them a blast, all right?
Well, this has been about 5-6 weeks already.
Yeah, well, they get. In other words, they give about 5 answers a day, and they probably get about 200 or 300 letters a day. So they're gonna takes a while to catch up with you. You know what I mean?
Department, they do not have anything to do with them. They don't nothing or anything.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I thought I had a legitimate complaint, but it looks like they don't want to do anything about it. Neither does the police department. The complaint was that I had saw a car on the street that was abandoned, you know. And I stopped to look. The radiator was gone, the carburetor was gone, a few more items. But I said, well, I can take this thing home and maybe I'll spend a few bucks because I like the car, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful body, good windows. And I called up to find out who it was that had last year's license on there, and they wouldn't give it to me. So
I don't think they're supposed
I tried to, you know, finally they gave in. They said, if you come down to the office, we'll give it to you. I said, last year I came down. After I came down, you wouldn't give it to me.
Oh.
And if you can give it to the police on the street, why can't you give it to me? I'm paying your salaries, and I'm doing everything that's necessary, even including trying to save you the trouble of having an abandoned car on the street, for which there is too many right now anyhow.
That's true. Well, I mean, maybe somebody connected with Action Line might be listening, and I'll give you a break.
I went all through the bit anyhow. There's nothing doing. Now I complained again because they put signs up on Carl Way, and they got the signs just high enough that when you park your car and to get ready to make a left-hand turn, you cannot see past the sign and the car's coming towards you.
Did you write all of this in a letter?
No, I'm not. I can't write no letter. I just called them up and I wanted a little action. This is what it says you call, you know.
Okay.
So I got nothing. So I decided I wanted to ask you maybe what kind of.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you write me a letter and I'll make sure Action Line gets it. How about that? That straighten it out for a little while?
Why do I have to have a letter when these things are so obvious, right on the face of it? They're on the street causing accidents.
Because a lot of things are obvious to these people, and they're getting a lot of letters, and they're getting a lot of phone calls, and they're probably going to get around to you eventually. And if they don't, we'll try to help you. We'll start our own Action Line. How's that?
You ought to, as a matter of
All right, thanks a lot.
I'd like to have something to do with it, if you ask me, because I'm one of the biggest beefers there is.
Yeah, I believe you. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Bye-bye now. Whee! Huh? Imagine our own Action Line. It'll be taken care of. Where do you live? Well, it may take a few weeks. It's in committee. We're voting on it. The boss is out of town. What are the other ones? The other cop-outs. Jefferson 80431. Hello.
Is Alfred on?
This is he.
Alfred?
Yeah.
How popular do you think Batman is?
How who?
Batman.
Is he still popular? I've never watched him on television.
No, how popular do you think he is?
I think he's very popular. I don't think he's as popular as he was last year. You know, these things fade away, you know.
Okay.
Why? Do you like him?
Uh-huh.
Is he your favorite? Huh?
Who does?
Is he your favorite?
No.
Who's your favorite?
Superman.
Superman. The kid from the other planet.
Krypton.
Krypton. Right.
Okay.
See, I knew that. Thanks a lot. I got to watch that live because I stumbled on it, and I got to watch it as a cartoon. As a cartoon, Bud Collyer does it. And by the way, he was the original Superman on radio. My friend Jack Rubin from the Tobacco World knows him real well, and he doesn't come on the way he should. Not at all. Batman's not bad. Captain Nice, there's a show coming up. You'll like him. And Steve Stunning. He's going to be quite a thing. As we pause for a few commercials with Alfred at Jefferson 80431 back in 90 seconds. Steve Stunning. Jefferson 80431, hello.
Alfred,
Yes.
what are you nudging tonight for?
What am I what?
Nudging. You know what nudging means?
No.
That means you're just talking nonsense. There's nothing to hear.
What do you want me to say?
About something worthwhile tonight. I got a good subject for you.
Oh, I knew you had, yes. What do you got?
The people that are on Medicare, well, how do they get their money to pay for the doctor before Medicare pays them?
I beg your pardon?
People on Medicare,
Yeah.
how do they get, if they have no money, they are on Social Security,
Yeah.
they are poor.
Yes.
What is how can they get their money to pay the doctor before and then get the Medicare money back from the Medicare?
Well, don't they write your name down and they get the money from Medicare? They don't get it from you?
From who?
They get it from the government, don't they?
I know, but they don't have the money to pay the doctor. They can't get it from the government until they pay the doctor.
Oh, because when you go there, you have to prove how old you are, right?
No.
No.
The idea is
What do the people do?
if a person is sick,
Yeah.
doesn't have the money to pay the doctor, he can't get the Medicare money.
Right.
Now, what does he do in a case like that?
Well, he just tells the doctor that he's sick, and the doctor takes care of him, and then he files a report with Medicare himself, and he gets paid.
The doctor doesn't want to do that.
Oh, he doesn't want to do that.
No.
You got to change doctors. Okay?
Now, why don't you talk
I think
about
you asked me that once
I'm
before.
involved in this.
Yeah, control yourself. You asked me that once before, and somebody else called up and a doctor called up and gave me the answer.
Yeah, what did he say?
I forgot. We'll try it all over again.
Okay, then.
Thank you very much. Uh-huh. That question bothers him a lot. I hope he hasn't been sick. Jefferson 80431 on WKAT Miami Beach. The Talk of Miami with Alfred for Monday. Talking about a lot of things, especially Smuckers. Be right back. And we're at Jefferson 80431 on WKAT on a Monday, December 12th. Hello.
Hello, Elsie.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine. I just heard the gentleman talking about the old-time radio program.
Yeah.
Well, tell him he don't go back far enough
Oh?
with Kate Smith.
Oh, no.
There was one in Detroit, used to call the Red Apple Club, and a bunch of singers used to sing.
Who?
The Red Apple Club in
Yeah.
Detroit,
Yeah.
and used to get them on the crystal set.
Oh?
So
Really?
I was just telling him he just don't go back far enough for it.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to go back that far because, not that many people around that remember those. But Kate Smith goes back quite a way. When did she start out with her singing? When did Kate Smith start out with The Moon Comes Over the Mountain thing?
Oh, she started out in the 30s, early 30s.
When?
In the 30s.
In the 30s?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She still has the best rendition of God Bless America ever.
I love her singing.
Oh, yeah, she has a beautiful voice. Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, crystal sets, huh?
Yeah, that's a long while ago, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Uh-huh, thank you.
Okay.
One of the earlier pioneers of that was a guy named Sarnoff, who later on, I guess, got to own NBC. Uh-huh. Which is not, it's not a bad thing. Not really. Jefferson 80431, hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Well, the man was talking about a crystal set.
He was, yes.
Yeah, well, I
You got one?
remember that was wire wound around an oatmeal box.
It was?
Didn't you ever remember that?
No, I think I'm too young for that.
Oh, well, could be.
How was it?
Oh, well, gee whiz, and you had a little crystal thing on there, and you had a cat whisker. That's what they called it. And you wiggle that around, and gee whiz, I lived in Indianapolis, and I could get Cincinnati.
Oh.
I mean, that was something.
Yeah, what'd you get from Cincinnati?
Oh, things from the Gibson Hotel, and, I got WLW down there.
Mm-hmm. They're still going strong, by the way.
And now, wait a minute, there was something
Yeah.
else. There were 2 or 3 things I wanted to say,
All the way to
and
Cincinnati.
I got all mixed up. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, yeah, this White Sox business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know a ball from a bat, but
Yeah.
I'm from Indianapolis.
Right, and you can get Cincinnati.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
And the White Sox, of course, Chicago is 180 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only team I ever listened to.
Yes.
And I don't know why we can't have the White Sox.
We're going to have the White Sox next year, dear.
What?
We're going to have the White Sox next year.
Are we going to?
Sure. I guess we are. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough for tonight. Oh, she goes right on and on. This is all right, see?
St. Louis at
Right, go ahead.
11:20.
Uh-huh.
You can get Cincinnati at 15:30, and you were
Ooh.
talking about Baltimore before. You can get
Was I?
Baltimore at 10:90, but
Oh.
you have to be able to finagle pretty well.
Okay, that's enough for tonight. Save some for tomorrow night.
Well, would you really want it? I'll be
Yeah,
glad to
sure.
send it.
I'm serious. Send me the list.
I don't know why you don't ask Sonny. He's already got it.
Well, I want my own list.
All righty, I'll be glad to send it to
Thank you, dear.
Would I send it care of Alfred?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, will do.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I want my own list. I don't want a copy from anybody. Hello.
Albert,
Yes, sir.
I don't like our school lunches because we get them.
Oh, we're going to go through that again. You know that I got a phone call from somebody who identified themselves, and I won't identify them on the air because, you know, we'd rather discuss it with them on the microphone. And he said that school lunches are great, and the inspectors are right there, and the food is good, and what are you complaining about? And I said, look, I'm not going to school anymore, you know.
Our school getting the lunches from another school and they're stale.
Well, what we have to do is get away from that because if we ever discuss it again, I want to have somebody from the schools and the county explain their position because on the phone all I'm getting is people that don't like the food, and I'd like to get somebody else that, you know, it's one of these subjects that goes back and forth and nothing's ever done because they think they're right and you think you're right. And how tall are you?
What?
How tall are you?
Not very tall.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How much do you weigh?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, those lunches are getting to you if you don't know. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. He's probably very healthy, right? Huh? Lunch is not the big meal of the day. Now, if the dinners were bad, now you got a problem. And we're at Jefferson 80431. I think we have to pause. The phones are really going. We'll be back in 60 seconds. There you go. You got a lot. Thank you for closing the door just as we went on the air. That's radio, folks. Can't be perfect. Last Saturday we were here, and we had to explain to a lot of people, so I guess I'm glad Fred Holt told you that. The opera will only be on FM, right? And that's frequency modulation. We're on AM at 1360 at amplitude modulation. And all these words. And at FM 93.1, which is a clear, nice, bright signal from the Met, because we have a football game. And after that, things will straighten itself out. It'll be on AM and FM. And some of their stations have been there like forever, and people listen. It's a big city. A friend of mine, Jack Millman's working in Detroit, and he calls me because he has one of these lines that the boss pays for the calls. He calls me quite a bit. And he enjoys Detroit very, very much. He said a lot is happening there. He talks that way. Detroit. Or as I said as a kid, Detroit. Jefferson 80431. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
This is not Alfred.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well, I heard Abie's Irish Rose.
Uh-huh.
The third act of Abie's Irish Rose broadcast from the stage on the Crystal set about 1921.
And then it went to Broadway, right?
No, it was from Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was supposed to go 10 miles. And we were 13 miles out in a suburb called Congress Park. It was is now Brookfield.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded clearer than any other method, but they couldn't amplify the Crystal set.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't hear anything about Crystal set.
Uh-huh. But it was a fun type thing, wasn't it?
Fun? What do you mean?
I mean, you enjoy the Crystal sets.
Well, we didn't have it too long. They got the battery set in there within a year or two. I didn't pay too much attention to it. But that, after I listened to that broadcast, it was as if they were right in the room. It was so clear.
Well, tell me this. Of all the old shows you heard on your Crystal and, of course, like you just said, the batteries later, what was your favorite of years gone by? What was the best program you enjoyed?
I tell you the truth, that's the only program I listened to. I was so busy. I was young and busy and out.
Okay. That's
home from a date. And it was when the third act was on. Otherwise, I wouldn't have heard that. Mother left it on because she figured they couldn't move that little Crystal set.
Okay, dear. Thank you so much for calling us.
Hey.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
That's the best answer of the night, huh? Best answer of the night. On WKAT at Jefferson 80431. Suddenly we're going back through the years, huh? Hello.
Alfred.
Yes.
Talking about bands in New York. Johnny Messner at the McAlpin.
Who?
Johnny Messner.
Who's Johnny Mesmer?
Johnny Messner at the McAlpin Hotel. Never heard of him?
How do you spell his last name?
Oh, I forgot already. Vaughn Monroe.
Oh, yeah. Vaughn Monroe's from Boston.
Sure. Eddie Howard.
Yeah.
Right? Vincent Lopez at the Astor.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond Bottle at Roosevelt.
Forever.
Blue Baron at the Edison.
Mm-hmm. Good old Blue Baron.
Bob Chester at Blue Gardens.
Right. Right.
Log Cabin.
Boy, you remember them all, don't you?
That's right.
Okay, thanks a lot for reminding us. Johnny Mesmer. No, that one I don't remember, and I can discuss. I'll argue and discuss a lot of bands with people because I used to be hung up on records and I used to collect the old Bluebirds and remember the bands. But Johnny Messner escapes me. I don't remember him too much. Whippy John and his polka band kind of turned me on a little bit, and Blue Baron I know about. I know about all the other guys, most of them, but I don't remember John Messner. I'm honest. And of course, Guy Lombardo, like he was a fixture, right? If the Roosevelt Grill burned down and they rebuilt it, those guys wouldn't even leave the stand. And Jefferson 80431. Hello, a few minutes left.
Hello, Alfred.
Yes.
How are you this afternoon, or this evening now?
Fine.
I'm getting you on the late time, I guess. I wanted to disagree with that person who said WWJ in Detroit was the first station on the air. To my mind, the way I was brought up, KDKA out of Pittsburgh was the first station.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to argue with him.
I believe that was 1917.
Yeah, KDKA in Pittsburgh, yes.
Right.
In fact, it's the only station east of the Mississippi that has a K. It should be a W.
Yeah, and they still broadcasting. I catch them every once in a while.
Oh, sure.
They're a popular music station now.
Mm-hmm.
A new dimension in living. A new dimension in listening. A new dimension in sound. The sound that surrounds WKAT.